to go convince people to join you in it. And then when you get enough people to join you in it, then you say, look, all these people validated me. Followers do it, views do it, clicks do it. All of those things validate whether or not what you say is true. And you just said the exact opposite, that Jesus is upending that entire way of validating whether or not something is legitimate. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in your experience, you go to New York, you land, and you say, I want to do disciple making in this way. I'm pretty sure more than one person, whether Christian or not, has said, no, thank you. You have no credibility because you don't have the following yet. What do you do with that?
Yeah, you're right, Dave. I think that is definitely a countercultural idea. And I don't think that we're alone in taking steps like that. I mean, I think Paul, as you read through books and chapters like Second Corinthians, and as you get towards 2 Corinthians 10, Paul called himself like scum. People looked at him, looked what he was doing, and completely just dismissed what he was doing. And I have taken comfort from reading Second Corinthians, especially in the way that this man, trying to follow the model of Jesus, he staked out a spot. He said, "This is what I'm going to be doing to the best of my understanding. This is how I'm going to live out what I see from what Jesus has entrusted to me." And I think that is a very challenging thing to call people to, and but it's also necessary, especially we started this podcast today, Dave, and you talked about, hey, you're out on the farm today and the whirlwind happens. The whirlwind is real. And for all of us, as we talk about this on Substack today and you listen to this later, your whirlwind is different than my whirlwind, but it's similar in that there's constantly things that are challenging and distracting, and even the enemy lying to us that's trying to get us off track from the main thing. And so we've got podcast episodes on that, Dave, on the topic of the whirlwind, but that's really what we're beginning to scratch at here is if we feel clear conviction around some values and some things that we see Jesus doing, and we read about other leaders and echoes of Jesus throughout history. Our job is to go, I use this analogy all the time, to go take a run until people begin to join us on either side of us and we start a running club that way.